Hi everyone, I'm back. It's Gare Bear back for another video. I have several palettes I still haven't tried, so today I want to try the James Charles Morphe palette that came out. Now there is a lot of drama that has happened with this palette. So first off, I was excited to get this. I love James Charles. I think he is a fantastic YouTuber. I like the stuff he comes up with. He is very young, but I love the stuff that he has to offer as far as the beauty community goes. But this palette in general did come in bubble wrap. This is what the actual palette looks like. Let's open it and take a look. And these are all the shades in this gorgeous palette. I'm pretty excited to try this. So here's been my issue with some of this stuff. So let's talk about some YouTube drama first, shall we? So James Charles released this palette. He's very excited. He had a very cute commercial. He talked about the palettes. He did all these swatches. And then there's this big drama that he had swatched them first and then put other swatches on. And he has been known to say that he does not use primer on his eyes. But then he goes to say in this palette that is recommended that you use an actual primer. You don't use concealer. You don't use any of this stuff because they're pressed pigments. Also, these pressed pigments, some of them can stain your eyes. Now, that is nothing new to me. I had a sugar pill purple shadow that stained my eyes back in the day, like 2008 when I was trying those out. I love sugar pill. Just, it happens when you have palettes that have extreme pigment for lighter skin tones. They do have a tendency to stain the eyes sometimes. It just depends. Now, the more neutral shades shouldn't be a problem in here. But there was somebody that came after him because it caused staining and apparently caused her hives. But she goes on to say she gets hives from everything. So is that really the palette's fault? I don't know. But I don't know. It just seems like there's always a lot of drama with the beauty channels. And then I see everyone posting these looks. And I was like, oh, these looks are gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. But every single look looked the same. They used the brightest shades. They did these big like drag eyes. And I'm like, do people actually wear this out in public like this? I'm sure there are some people that do, and it looks fantastic. I'm not saying these looks look bad at all, but how realistic is it that you're gonna wear stuff out like that? If you want to be artistic and stuff for a video, that's one thing, but I don't know. I just think it's rather silly. But this palette was $39. I do not want to do one of those looks like everybody else. $39 for this, which I think is a good deal. I've not used Morphe palettes yet, so I have another one called Boss Mood, and I will be using that in the future. So I'm interested to see how this is going to play out, but I'm actually going to do more of a neutral look with it because I'm what? Scandalous. So he goes on to say this is an artist palette and that he made this for artists and stuff like that. But I think that's a bunch of horse shit because honestly, he has, what, 10 million subscribers. 10 million subscribers. You're promoting this to your 10 million subscribers. Do you think that your 10 million subscribers who are buying a $39 palette from you are considered artists? And the reason he says that is because it takes some work to get some of the shades to work correctly, and et cetera, et cetera. I am by no means like every shade should work a certain way, right? So you will have shades for not just his palette, but any palette, you'll have shades that can be patchy. It's been a known thing, even from back when I first originally started doing stuff. I mean, eyeshadow primers, you use those to get more pigment out of the less pigmented shadows. But telling people they have to use it in order for them to work right, I think it's seems a little shady. But it is what it is. But I do have an eyeshadow primer that I'm going to use. I'm not going to do my face first. I'm going to do my eyes first. I have the Decay primer potion, which I'm going to use first. I don't know. Like I said, I really like James. I don't think this palette is going to be bad. I just think that He gets a little defensive when people have things to say about his palette that's not 100% glowing, which is fine. Every palette's not made for everybody. I mean, NYX shadows work well on some people, they don't work on others. Morphe's, same way. Jeffree Star, same way. You're gonna have that with any brand that you try, any palette that you try. It is what it is. But for the price, I mean, you're getting 39 shades. 39? No, $39. You're getting, how many shades is it? It's a lot. 16, 32, 39 shades. Yeah, so, I mean, you can't really argue with that. I mean, to me, I love the colors. I think there's a lot of shimmers, things like that. So, I don't know. We'll see. But I just kind of wanted to address that. And then also, to go on with that. So, people are always comparing palettes to other palettes. So, Jeffree Star just released his Northern Lights highlighter palette. And people are coming at him saying, oh, well, Kylie Jenner released something called Northern Lights. And then Manny MUA today or yesterday released his Lunar Beauty. What is it called? The Greek Goddess palette. And there's a highlighter palette. And there's 2 lip shades plus a lip gloss. And everyone's like, oh, well, you used Medusa on the front and she's not a Greek goddess. And it's like, can people not release stuff and people not be so judgmental about everything? Medusa is part of the Greek mythology, and I thought his packaging looked stunning. This is his second pressed palette or pressed pigment palette for Lunar Beauty, and it's more neutrals and it does have some shimmers and stuff like that. I actually ordered it because I think it's beautiful, and I don't have a lot of those shades. There's some in here, there's some in there, but I don't have a palette specific for that. But I thought it looked good, so I ordered it. But people are just dragging him through the mud. There's beef with a lot of influencers and stuff, and I don't know. It's one of those things. You're going to hear one side of the story, you're going to hear another side of the story. I have my own opinions about things, but I don't really care. It doesn't involve me, so as long as somebody doesn't do anything to me, you know, what is it my business sort of thing? But I get tired of seeing all these 12-year-olds dragging people for no reason. So think about that before you say anything. You don't have to be hateful. If you don't like something, you don't like something. If you like it, comment about it. I don't know. I watch a lot of the drama channels too. So, I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. It just happens. People want to get involved in all this stuff, and you don't have to. That's a choice. But I guess that comes with age too. I'm older than most people that are doing these types of videos on here, so it is what it is. I'm just here to enjoy myself and have fun, and who cares, you know? Just try something different and see what works. So with that all being said, let's get into the James Charles X Morphe palette. Okay, so to get started, I'm going to take the aforementioned Urban Decay Primer Potion, this little sample size that I got, and I'm going to put that all over my lid to make sure I have coverage. And I chose not to do my full face first because if there is fallout, then it's easy to sweep off. And even if there is fallout, most palettes have some sort of fallout, so it is not new to the eyeshadow game. So just keep that in mind. The biggest thing boils down to, do you like the colors in the palette? And are they usable? Can you work with them? And how long does it take you? And are you the type of person to want to spend a lot of time and get ready? And if you are, then who cares? Some palettes may take more time, but you know, you can always grab something else if you want to spend less time doing certain things. So it's up to you. All right, so we have a lot of options. So I think I'm going to start with this shade here, and this is called Punch Me, which is a really weird name for a khaki color. You'd think that'd be more of like a bruise color or something a little red, something of that sort. But I'm going to use that as my crease color. It is a little bit dusty. And that's Punch Me. I think James Charles is a little kinky. He just hasn't admitted yet. I mean, some of these names, he also has a name called Daddy. But okay, so the one issue I have with this, the one that I'm just like, okay, whatever. There is a shade in here, and it is this one right here. It is called Cola. Why? Does he like Pepsi? I'm not sure why you would name a blue color Cola. Cola would be like a brown color, would it not? Am I wrong on this? Am I the only one? I've not heard anybody mention this, but it just seemed a little odd to me. All right, so my transition shade is down, and so now I'm gonna go in with, we will go in with Mary, which is this one right here. It is the next one, 2 over from Punch Me. This is going to be my crease shade. I'm going to use the same brush. Okay, I like that. Let's see, what do we want to do now? And it is a little powdery, like I said, but that's typical eyeshadow for you. Eyeshadows are made of powder, so. Let's go in with, we're going to do this. Let's do this because it's kind of still in the same shade range. It's Boutique, so it's just a darker terracotta. We'll do that on the outer corners here. Still using the same brush. Just I really like that. Okay. So let's go into I think I want to do this one here. This is So Good. We're going to do So Good. That's what's going to be on my inner eyes. Okay, we're going in with So Good on the inner eyes. It's really pretty. Let me zoom in a little bit here. I think that's nice. And then we'll take we're taking Ring Light. think that is gorgeous. So let's go in with, let's do a little brush. And let's go in with that boutique color just a little. And we're doing this under the eyes. Okay, so I am going to put on the rest of my face, and then we'll come back and do eyeliner and mascara and lips, and I will be back shortly. Okay, I'm back. Oh my god, it took me a while to do my face. I apparently am horrible at doing foundation matches, but I did highlight for the gods. I used my Master Chrome highlighter 250. I did do the brows, NYX Professional Micro Brow. Use that. And contour and highlight palette by NYX, mixed with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow contour palette. Used all that. I use a mix between Wet n Wild and Maybelline foundations. I'm going to have to research foundations a little more. If you have recommendations for foundations, please leave them below. I do like a full coverage moment. Finding my correct shade is going to be the biggest issue, but I think the eye look looks pretty good considering. Oh, I did use concealer. I did use the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. I just bought the Rimmel Scandalize liner in Nude, and this is what I'm going to pop into the waterline. And I like that. It's not white, so I've never had a nude shadow or liner before, so I wanted to grab one of those. It went on really, really smooth. And then I'm going to be trying I tried this back in the day, and I remember I really liked it, but the NYX Doll Eye Mascara Volume in black. And we're going to use that for our eyelashes and see how these look. Oh, that's a little better. So what do you guys think? Did you like this palette? Do you have this palette? Are you going to buy the James Charles palettes? How do you feel about YouTuber palettes? Oh, I forgot. Lipstick. Let's go into... Okay, this is Tea and Cookies. Let's give this one a go and see what it looks like. Alright, final look. I really like this NYX Liquid Suede cream lipstick. Very pretty color. I think goes well with this whole look. So let me know what you think. Subscribe, like, share this video if you want. I know I'm like crazy asking all that, but I think the look turned out pretty good. Next time maybe I'll do a Jeffree Star or maybe a Q&A if you have more questions about makeup, or if you want to know my opinions more about the drama that goes on in the community, as Rich Lux likes to say. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great night.